Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I figure it's time to give you an update on the altcoin market. A lot of people asking questions about altcoins, whether they should collect altcoins, buy altcoins when this Bitcoin breakout occurs. And I do think that the altcoin market looks horrible compared to what it was in the last cycle, and it's continuing to look terrible even on a this cycle basis. But I do think there is a glimmer of hope at the end of the tunnel for altcoins. And that's coming from the Bitcoin dominance chart, specifically a resistance level on the Bitcoin dominance charts RSI, which we'll dive into today. So we'll do a quick recap of Bitcoin's situation in the medium term and long term, and then we'll dive into the total cryptocurrency market cap, the Ethereum BTC chart, the Ethereum chart as a whole, and also the BTC dominance chart. Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes today. Let's get into it. Before we get into it today, guys, we have an exchange here that has never been hacked before in 3.5 years of being on the market. That is global non-KYC. You can sign up from anywhere in the world and use this exchange without a VPN. And furthermore, with my referral link down below, you can get a 15% trading fee discount attached to your account for life, as well as $8,000 plus USDT in trading rewards added to your account as trading bonuses for signing up with my referral link down below. This is big stuff here. It's an excellent deal. I reached out to them for partnership. They did not reach out to me. I don't get paid by them. The only thing I get is a referral link. And if you want all those things I just mentioned, which you should, trust me, I've done the scouting of the market, you can use my link down below to sign up. It takes 30 seconds and you'll get those rewards and bonuses and you'll help out the channel. I appreciate that, guys. Let's get into the content. The 4-year cycle is a date range trend on Bitcoin. It stems backwards from 2012. It stems backwards decades further on traditional markets, because it's not just a Bitcoin thing, it's also a traditional market and macroeconomic thing. It's just showing and displaying itself on Bitcoin in this way. And basically the 4-year cycle has predicted every single top and bottom on a macro scale on Bitcoin since 2013, and it predicts that Bitcoin will be topping out around October to November this year. Now, obviously the 4-year cycle can break, it's not infallible, but so far it's not broken, and the trend is your friend until it ends. It's a very popular saying in financial markets, and so assuming the 4-year cycle continues, we will be seeing a top at the end of this year, which means we have about 6 months left for Bitcoin to make moves, and specifically for altcoins to make moves, because the altcoin market has done really nothing this cycle, nothing really too impressive at all. And the reason for that, in my opinion, is because Bitcoin has taken a very different structure this cycle than it has previously. Previously, in markets like, or market environments like 2017, 2013, Bitcoin pretty much just went straight up, and Bitcoin leads the market. So obviously Bitcoin needs to have that first bit of momentum in order for altcoins to do so. Bitcoin always moves first. Even in 2021, we had a lot of hype around Bitcoin. We had a lot of institutional interest in Bitcoin for the first time, really. And this led to a greedy market environment, led to a market environment of hype, which enabled altcoins to run very smoothly. This time it's been a bit different. Although Bitcoin has moved upwards significantly, going from 15,000 all the way upwards to about, 110,000, I think, right? That's a very, very big move. But the difference being, this time it hasn't been a straight run up. It's been a run up and then 6 months of consolidation, a run up and then 8 months of consolidation, a run up and then 6 months of correction. It's been very slow and steppy. Now, obviously, these sweeping consolidations, 6 months here, 8 months here, another 5 or 6 months right now, are not conducive with massive greed in the altcoin market, and not conducive with hype being built and sustaining in the altcoin market, and hence the altcoin market, which thrives off of greed and thrives off the hype, has not really had an opportunity to run in this cycle. And this has been very well displayed with the Ethereum chart. Ethereum is well below where it needs to be, or where it has been historically at this part of the cycle. We can quickly overlay the Bitcoin chart with the Ethereum chart to display this. Now, the prior cycle topped out around the same month that we expect this cycle to top out in, so around November 2021. We expect it again around October to November this year, so it's pretty much the same month-wise. Ethereum broke its prior all-time high in the last bull market around here in January. Now, if we were going to be doing the same thing, if Ethereum was going to be as strong as it was for last cycle, we would have broken all-time highs at $5,000 on Ethereum in January this year. That was 4 months ago, but instead we're way down here at 1,800, well below our all-time high. We need to close to 3x to get above the all-time high on Ethereum, and Bitcoin has surpassed its all-time high well and truly. So Bitcoin is on track with what it's done historically, pretty much. It's just doing it very differently to what it's done historically, but it's on track on a price perspective, adjusted for diminishing returns. But Ethereum, which is the leader of the altcoin market, is well behind where it needs to be. And furthermore, it's breaking structural trends that it's had historically. We had a famous 5 or 6 step pattern on Ethereum. Step 1 was topping out. Step 2 was seeing that dead cat bounce high. Step 3 was bottoming out. Step 4 was finding the bear market resistance zone. Step 5 was breaking it, and step 6 was breaking all-time highs. We were following that right up until step 6 this time. Step 1 topping out, step 2 dead cat bounce high, step 3 bottoming out, step 4 finding bear market resistance, step 5 breaking it. We did all of this in the same time frame that we did in the last cycle. There was no delays. And then step 6, we didn't break that all-time high. We have not seen that all-time high break, and we're running months behind schedule now. So we had a pattern that we were following very clearly up until about step 4, maybe even step 5, and now we've fully broken it now. We've fully gone downwards on Ethereum, seeing complete weakness, and this has been displayed in the altcoin market as well. It's not just Ethereum, although Ethereum's the leader of the altcoin market. The total 3 cryptocurrency market cap chart, which literally is the market cap value of the altcoin market in chart form, is well below its all-time high. In fact, it rejected from its all-time high back in December, which is when it was meant to break it pretty much as per cyclical timing regularly. And we're way down here now at 800 billion instead of up here at 1.2 trillion. Okay, so we're below resistance. We've got multiple layers of resistance to get above in order to be at all-time highs once more. And one more thing I'll bring up just before I stop rambling about how altcoins are doing terribly and actually give you the glimmer of hope I promised in the introduction. Is this, right? Altcoin seasons, Bitcoin dominance chart that you have on the screen here is basically a percentage format chart. It measures the strength of Bitcoin in relation to altcoins. I'll bring up the percentage so you can see it there on the side. It's at 65% right now, which means 65% of all the dollars in cryptocurrency is in Bitcoin and the remaining 35% is in altcoins. So when this chart goes upwards, when that percentage goes upwards, that means that Bitcoin is gaining dominance in the market and hence Bitcoin is the favorable investment. And when it goes downwards, that means altcoins are gaining dominance and altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin and hence altcoins are the favorable investment. Now, this chart has been in a perpetual upwards trend since 2022 August now, so almost 3 years, meaning Bitcoin's dramatically outperformed altcoins for 3 years straight. But historically, we were actually meant to see this chart start going downwards in November. And it was meant to go downwards for around 315 days, exactly what it did in prior cycles. And it was meant to bottom out at the end of the Bitcoin bull market around October this year, as per the 4-year cycle. But instead, we didn't go downwards on this chart in November. The total 3 did not break all-time highs in November, which it was meant to do as per cycle and regular cyclical timing, but we just continued going upwards and altcoins saw weakness and Bitcoin consolidated and the market environment was not conducive with massive hype in altcoins and hence nothing happened. So the question becomes, right, because we know that Bitcoin is still in a bull market. We know that. I mean, we haven't seen a macro breakdown yet. Yes, there are severe blockades here. Yes, $68,000 is basically the area of most resistance on Bitcoin for the last 7 or 8 months. Very strong resistance. It's the thing that's stopping us from going to all-time highs right now. But assuming that level breaks eventually, we will see Bitcoin return to all-time highs. And with Bitcoin returning to all-time highs, we will have an opportunity to develop that hype-based market environment that is conducive with altcoin gains. And if we do see those that market environment return, if we do see Bitcoin start going parabolic once more, and we do see the attention come back onto altcoins, what can we expect for altcoins? Well, we can expect some sort of recovery. Now, as to whether we will see a full altcoin season like we've seen in prior cycles where everything absolutely pumps 100x, that's very much, I think, a little bit too optimistic, given the fact that we've broken so many trends here and the market environment has proven not to be conducive with that currently. I've used that word like 6 times in this video already. But we will probably see something. And I believe that for one reason, because that's how cryptocurrency works. Okay, money flows in cryptocurrency for bull markets from Bitcoin, okay, into altcoins. And then from altcoins, it has nowhere else to go. And then the market tops and the money goes back into USDT and then back into Bitcoin in a bear market. And the cycle repeats in a bull market again. That is how Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has always worked. So I do think we'll see some sort of strength on altcoins. It might not be a conventional massive altcoin season, but it will be some sort of altcoin season. And that could start on this move, right? On this move when Bitcoin manages to break above this critical level, when Bitcoin manages to blast through 98,000 and start off its next leg past all-time highs. We could really be seeing that. And the reason for that is because we only have 6 months left of this bull market. So we're running low on time to see it. And the second reason is we are running up to a major resistance level on the Bitcoin dominance chart that we have never crossed before on the RSI. This level on the RSI at around 77 has been the level we've never gotten above before. Every time we've touched it, we've rejected from it. And the price chart has seen a degree of weakness. So that's actually very interesting. Because at the same time that this is happening on the Bitcoin dominance chart, the Ethereum BTC chart, a chart that measures the strength of Ethereum directly against Bitcoin, is reaching, just like the BTC dominance chart, a very major support level on its RSI, a level that it's never crossed below before. We're actually touching that level right now. So if we see a rejection from the Bitcoin dominance chart level on the RSI and a bounce from the Ethereum BTC dominance chart on the RSI with a Bitcoin breakout and a market environment that is conducive to altcoin gains, we could see some sort of strength in the altcoin market return. Maybe not a massive altcoin season like we've seen in prior cycles, but there will probably be something there. So although the altcoin market is looking relatively weak right now, it's not completely out the window. It's not completely dead. There are still signs of life. And we're just waiting for that, I'm going to try and pronounce this word, defibrillator, right? The thing they use in hospitals to zap people back to life. We're waiting for that to occur. Obviously, I'll keep you updated on the situation. When Bitcoin has that breakout, it'll be interesting to see how the altcoin market reacts. So in my view right now, it's not the time to be touching altcoins. We're waiting for that sign of life, but I do think it will come at some point. It just depends on how strong that sign of life is. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please check out the Bitunix Exchange. It's a global non-KYC exchange. It's never been hacked before. You do not need a VPN to use this exchange. All of those things are absolutely critical points that are not offered by many exchanges out there, including some of the big ones. So hundreds of trading pairs and very low trading fees made even cheaper with my referral link down below. If you sign up with my referral link down below, which takes literally 20 to 30 seconds of your time, you can get a 15% trading fee discount as well as access to this exchange. Go ahead and use that link down below. Exclusive discount. Appreciate it, guys. It helps out the channel and it helps out you as well. Cheers.